Hey everyone, what's up? Snowy Minotaur here, and it's about time I finally revisited my ranking series, but this time I wanted to do it in a different format. We're gonna start a new series, ranking every battle pass in Fortnite from worst to best. And we're gonna start off at the beginning with all of the chapter 1 battle passes. This is gonna be a pretty long video. I don't know how long this video will be, but keep in mind this is all my personal opinion, so yeah. And I know people are gonna automatically say this here in the comment section because there's technically 9 battle passes out of here out of 10 seasons, and people are gonna say, actually, there is a battle pass from chapter 1 season 1. It's called the season shop. Well, guess what? I'm not counting it. It is not technically a battle pass. It has 4 cosmetics in it, and all of them are just overhyped cosmetics. I'm sorry.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
But if you really want me to count this on here, I'll put it at number 10. It's dead last. I mean, what were you expecting, huh? So let's actually hop in to the list here. So at number 9, technically speaking, as the worst battle pass in my personal opinion, I'm sorry people, but it has to be season 8. Season 8's battle pass I was just not the biggest fan of. However, I will give credit where credit is due. Back in February of 2019, Fortnite did a Valentine's Day event to where you got this battle pass for free. So I guess I'll give credit where credit's due to theirs, that you could have actually gotten this battle pass for free. I'm not mad because of it being free whatsoever. That is not the case. I'm only talking about the battle passes just in general and just overall how good they were. And honestly, with this one, it really wasn't that great. Sure, you had some good skins in here, like Peely's a classic. You also had Hybrid, which the only thing that's good about him is like his default edit style with like different color changes. That's literally it. Everything else about him, I'm just not the biggest fan of. Then there was also Ember, who was a very underrated skin, but they had some really questionable skins, like Sidewinder was just not that great in my opinion. And then you also had freaking Master Key, which was terrible. I did not like that skin at all. But then you had probably one of the more controversial things from this season, and that was the tier 1 and the tier 100 skin. Blackheart was not really controversial because of him being a tier 1 skin. I actually do think he's a pretty good skin, but I honestly think he should have been tier 100. And the reason why is because Lux. Lux is just not a great tier 100 skin. It is a good skin though. I do think this is a very clean female skin, and as this was the first ever female tier 100 skin that we ever got, I will say that this was a very disappointing skin in my opinion. I would actually say that the Lux that we got in chapter 3 season 2, that new reskin that we got from like last year, is a lot better than this skin in my opinion when it comes to how she looks. We did get some interesting emotes as well out of here, but they really weren't like crazy emotes in my personal opinion. I did like the Snooze Fest emote. They also did introduce like, you know, traversal emotes. This was the first battle pass to actually introduce that, and I really wasn't. I like the Conga. It is a good emote. And then like the Nana emote was good, but a lot of the other ones just really weren't that great in my opinion. This is dead last in my opinion. Just not the greatest battle pass in the world. Definitely not the worst ever, but for what they did, I think it was pretty disappointing, and the secret skin really wasn't that great either. Let's move on to the number 8 spot. This is gonna shock people here, as this is season 6. Season 6 is honestly kind of the same reason here, because there really wasn't a ton of really crazy skins from this battle pass. Obviously the best skin out of this battle pass was Calamity for obvious reasons. I actually do really like Dusk and Fable. I think they are both pretty good skins, but a lot of the other ones really weren't the greatest. I mean, DJ Yonder was okay. Then you had the secret skin Aim, which was also just okay. Giddy Up was a good meme skin. Nightshade was god awful, and Dire, I mean, I can understand why he was tier 100, but I actually don't really like the skin that much. His backbling is good, I'll say that. His backbling is one of the best backblings from chapter 1. There also were some pretty cool things that came from this battle pass as well. We got the introduction of pets in here, which I really wish pets continued in the battle pass because I think they were a really good idea. And we also had the introduction of music packs, which they had some pretty good ones in here, I won't lie. But just overall, this was an okay battle pass in my opinion. Definitely was better than season 8's, but it's kind of the same thing. There really isn't a ton of skins which I really care for, and I will say that the emotes were also just okay. There was like one I actually really liked, and that's the Running Man. I think that's a really good emote. A lot of the other ones are just okay in my opinion. Now, this one is going to get a lot of people pissed. I know that for an absolute fact here. But at my number 7 spot, this is going to be season 2. Now hold on. Before you dislike, hear me out here. This is a very iconic battle pass, okay? You have Black Knight, Sparkle Specialist, Blue Squire, Royal Knight in the battle pass. Obviously very iconic skins, more or less, with Black Knight and Sparkle Specialist. You had some really iconic emotes like Floss, Worm, Ride the Pony, and the Wave emote. Like all those emotes, they're fine, but here's the thing. if you're looking back on this battle pass just to say, oh, this should have been like number 2 or number 1, this is one of the best battle pass of all time, you're stuck in nostalgia, okay?
Stop fucking crying, bitch! Where?
People mostly rank this battle pass high because this was the very first battle pass. Again, I'll give credit where credit's due. For the first battle pass that they ever made, I think this was pretty good. However, there were some pretty big issues which I had with it. Like, a lot of the skins are from the same set, obviously. 3 of the skins out of here were literally from the exact same set, which was pretty sad. And I think the emotes are just very overhyped in my opinion. The floss got ruined for me because of that swishing noise, and it's not good. I don't like it. This is like the only battle pass here which I actually don't own, technically speaking. I know people are gonna say, oh, you're just ranking it because you don't own it. Even if I was to own this battle pass fully, I probably wouldn't use a lot of the cosmetics here. And for anybody who's flexing these in Party Royale, these are not flexes. Battle pass cosmetics are not really flexes, people. I'm sorry. I don't know how this happened, but at number freaking 6 is Season 9. I was not the biggest fan of the Season 9 Battle Pass, I gotta be honest with you here. This Battle Pass introduced dual wield pickaxes, which got completely done to the ground in the last few seasons of Chapter 1 and even some of the earlier seasons of Chapter 2. And there were some pretty bad skins in here, like Sentinel was not great, Vega was just not a good skin either, and Vendetta, I mean, this was not really the greatest skin in my personal opinion. However, there were some pretty good skins that came out of here. Rox is very underrated. Demi, I'm hoping I'm saying her name correctly, is a very good skin as well. Bunker Jonesy was a interesting meme skin, and Stratus was very underrated. I really like the concept of him, and he has a really good pickaxe as well, and the back bling is kind of pay to win.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
And then the secret skin Singularity, hands down the best skin out of the battle pass. That was a really damn good skin, and just, yeah, really was an okay battle pass in my personal opinion, but there were better ones out there, like number 5, which is Season 7. I am very shocked that Season 7 is this high for me, but I very much enjoyed this battle pass. I mean, you had some really good skins out of here. Lynx obviously carried the battle pass for obvious reasons. Zenith is very underrated. The Ice King as a tier 100, I will say, is a very good tier 100 skin. However, I do think that the Ice Queen from the item shop is a lot better in my opinion. Trog is a very funny meme skin. Sergeant Winter is literally Santa Claus. I mean, his cosmetics are pretty good as well. Onesie is a very good skin, and Powder is a very underrated skin as well. And the Prisoner is also criminally underrated as well. I actually think he's very good. And not to mention, people, we had raps introduced in this season as well. And also, the emotes were pretty good. I like the mic drop emote. Shimmer was a really good one. Get Funky was great. And the free flow emote was also a very good emote too. Very awesome one. I actually really liked this battle pass. I did. This was a really good one. But we are now moving in to number 4. And at the number 4 spot is Season 5. I really liked this battle pass. There were some pretty good skins out of here. The secret skin Enforcer was just okay to me. Huntress was pretty bad. Sledgehammer was also just not a great skin either. But then you had skins like Rook, which is a very underrated female skin. Same thing with Redline. These two are very underrated. Ragnarok got a lot of hype when he was out, but not a lot of people talk about him anymore, which is pretty sad. I do think that he is a very underrated tier 100 skin. Sunstrider, everyone likes her for obvious reasons, and it's a Jenny, so I mean, kind of gets props from me. And then obviously the best skin out of the battle pass was Drift. I mean, come on. Drift is such a good skin. I love this skin so much. Then you also had some very interesting emotes as well. There were more or less gestures in here than dances, as there was technically only 2 dances out of here, which was Swipe It and Breakdown, which are both pretty good, don't get me wrong. But I do think that some of the other emotes out of here are very underrated, like You Are Awesome is pretty funny. Overall, this was a very good battle pass. Very happy with how this turned out, and yeah, this definitely was here, but there was a lot better battle passes out there, like number 3. Shockingly, this is Season 3. Now, I know people are gonna say, oh, you put Season 2 so low. Why are you putting nostalgia over this shit? Well, here's the thing. First of all,
Shut your stupid.
Second of all, I'm not ranking this because of nostalgia base. If that was the case, then this would have been number 1, okay? This was the first ever battle pass I ever bought, so resonates with me quite a bit, but I gotta be honest here, this was a very good battle pass. A lot of like the early Chapter 1 battle passes were really damn good. And here's the thing, people, some of them are still regarded as some of the best battle passes we've ever gotten, and this is one of them that is regarded as one of the best ones. Some iconic emotes out of here. Take the L, the robot, best mates. Like, those 3 emotes alone carry this battle pass. Some very iconic skins out of here. Elite Agent, which was one of my old main skins. This was my old main back in chapter 1. Rust Lord is one of my favorite skins in the game. Sure, you can say that they have 3 skins from the exact same set. Kind of the same thing as I said with season 2's battle pass, which is a big criticism, which is why it's right here, as I do find that to be a not so great in my opinion. I will say Dark Voyager is a really damn good skin though. Mission Specialist is just okay. Moonwalker is also just okay to me. And then the Reaper, I mean, this was the first big meme skin out of Fortnite. I mean, you all know the John Wick memes from 2018. This was the John Wick skin before we actually got John Wick in 2019, which is really funny. Like, this battle pass was really, really good. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think this was the first battle pass to introduce loading screens as well, which is really awesome. But at number 2, this is season 4. Season 4, granted, there were some not so great skins out of here. Valor was not that great. Squad Leader was not that great. Battlehawk was god-awful. However, Zoe's very underrated. The Visitor is very underrated. Carbide is also very underrated. Technique is a very good skin. And obviously the best skin out of here was Omega. I mean, Omega was such a great tier 100 skin. This is a great skin in my opinion. And then the emotes. Holy crap, the emotes. I mean, you had Orange Justice in here. Hype, Popcorn, Groove Jam. Like, these are so iconic. And not to mention, this was the battle pass that introduced sprays as well, which is really cool. I loved the emotes out of here. And the skins which I really liked from this battle pass, I really liked. This was a really strong battle pass. Definitely was better than season 3 in my opinion, but it's not number 1. And people are already saying it in the comment section. Why is this number 1? I will tell you right now, because this is a very controversial take here. Number 1, it's Season X.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
You took some of the best skins and some of those iconic skins from chapter 1's battle passes in the past, and you make them 10 times better. I am not kidding you when I say this. The only skin which I actually don't care for is the Scientist. Every other skin I love. Catalyst, one of the best tier 1 skins ever. X-Lord, really great skin. Tilted Technique, really great sweaty skin. Sparkle Supreme, I think is better than the original in my opinion. Fight me on it. Yonder with a 3, even better than the original Yonder. Eternal Voyager, such a sick skin. And Ultima Knight, I think is a very awesome Knight skin and definitely deserved a tier 100. And also this was the battle pass that introduced legendary gliders into the freaking battle pass. And need I mention, a lot of the cosmetics in here were so damn good. I mean, this literally had the original OG music from early days of chapter 1. How is this not number 1 for me? This is easily the best battle pass, in my personal opinion, that ever came from chapter 1. And it's so damn good. Now, before I end the video, I'm actually going to start doing something really interesting here, and that is a tier list. I'm actually going to be doing this off of Fortnite.gg, and I would love to know what your personal rankings of the battle passes from chapter 1 would be. But here is my tier list so far on screen. This will be updating later on in the series. And if you did make it to the end of the video, just thank you so much for watching. This was a really difficult video for me to make. I am very happy I got this done, and I very much enjoyed making this video for you all. But before the video ends, drop a like if you want me to do chapter 2 next. This was a really big project, and I am definitely for doing chapter 2, chapter 3, and even chapter 4 when chapter 4's battle passes are all done. And then maybe beyond that, but who knows. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did happen to enjoy this video, consider subscribing to the channel, turn notification bells so you know when more new videos from me, so do it weekly. Drop a like on the video if you did happen to enjoy this video. I also have a Twitter that's @SnoopMans on Twitter if you want to go follow me. I love every single one of you. And remember everyone, it's always good to take chances. Peace out everyone.